Good morning. If you want to see how we built this nice little ammunition box out of 3/4 inch marine plywood, heavy duty hardware, stay tuned because that's what we're going to do today. Good morning and welcome to another Memphis Monday 199. Today we're going to be building an ammo box, an ammunition box. There's really two traditions. One of them is a metal box with a flip lid with a ratchet brace on the front. And the second tradition is that they're kind of built with boards just laid flat with cross braces on the outside and then they're stenciled on the outside. We're not going to follow either one of those traditions. It's going to be a wooden box, but it's going to have sort of in the shape of the metal ammunition box. We're doing this for the friend that I did the gun stocks for and that kind of stuff, and he does some reloading of ammunition. But anyway, we're gabbing too much. Let's knock off the chit chat and get to work. Here's a little sketch of box we're going to do. It's going to be 8 inches tall, 12 inches long, 8 inches wide. It's slightly scaled up version of the 7.5 by 11 steel ammo boxes, and we are going to put a little ratchet clamp here on the front and we'll hinge it back here on the back. I've already cut our stock. These are the foot long pieces, and then the end pieces will go like this, and then we'll split the case for the lid. Already tested our setup for our box joints. They seem to fit okay, so we can just go ahead and start cutting them. My practice boards, I didn't use a backer board on my practice pieces that I did, and I didn't have any problem with chip out, so I may regret it, but I'm going to go without a backer board. I got the sides done. Now this is the front and back, and one of the things you do when you're making these joints is you want to make sure that your boards stay together perfectly. And what I have to do here is like check it all the time when it's on the jig. And what I'm going to try here is put a couple of brads in these two boards to keep them together while I'm putting the box joints in them. This is my electric brad gun. I hardly ever use it. I showed you this last week, but my camera angle was bogus. What you do, and I also didn't explain something else, what you do is you take the side you just did and you index it on that first notch. And by the way, you can index it on either end. I just put it on the big one. Okay, so that goes there. Now, then you take your piece and slide it right up against that other piece right there. So now it's in place. It's in place for that first cut. I'm going to take that out. Well, I'm going to glue these joints up. There's the glue up. I got clamps all around it in no particular order, with the idea of just making sure that there's no gaps. Well, it's been overnight, so this thing should be pretty dry, and I'll take these clamps off and we'll see what it looks like. You just saw me trimming the tops here. These tops have to be perfectly level and even because I'm going to be gluing the top and the bottom on, and so I want a good flat surface all the way around. Next job is to trim off the little nub ends on the box joints. The next thing I got to do, you can see how these box joint ends here kind of look like they come out about 1/16 of an inch. I need to trim those off. I think the last time we did it, I just ground them off with a sander. You can take them off with a saw, chisel, or you can also take them off with a router, and that's what we're going to try to do today. I'm going to put some filler in here. Some of these little cracks. I changed my brand of putty. The box joints didn't come out as perfect as I hoped, but the world isn't perfect, is it? So now what we're doing is fitting the tops on here. Now this piece here, the top and bottom, started out being the same size as as these sides here, but since these box joints were a little bit proud, about 1/16 proud, we need to cut our tops. We need to cut our tops about 1/8 inch off the width and the length. we'll do that on the table saw. Okay, so the width of the tops and bottoms are going to be 7 7/8. I already got my saw set up. And the length of our tops and bottoms will be 11 7/8. Did everything right, they should exactly fit. That one does. I got my pressure set. I got long staples, 1.25 or 1.5 inches, and 100 psi. Probably wondered what that fan was doing in the background. That's my air filtration system. What I'm doing now is just doing some touch-up work on it. And now we got the sides all flat and everything sanded and square. Now what we have to do is round over all these edges here, and we'll do that on the router. Okay, we got our box all done. We got it sanded down. Now what we got to do is split the case, which will make our top. So I'm going to make that top about 2.25 inches thick. Now the thing to remember here when you push this thing through is you don't want any yaw in the when you push it through, because it'll make your it could bind up in there, but it also can chip off the ends of the corners. You got to push it all the way through. I'm putting some heavy-duty zinc plated hinges on here. They don't look very military, but they'll be strong. That's the important thing. This thing's called a draw hasp. So pull the lid down tight. And here's our little handle. Putting cherry penetrating stain on it. And I think I'll finish it with spar urethane, since this thing might be outside part of the top. This is the stuff I'm using. It's spar urethane. It's polyurethane. If it's outside in the sun and the weather, it goes south real quick. This stuff is much more durable. The problem is with it, from my point of view, is it takes a long time to dry. So it's not as convenient. This new polyurethane they got, you know, an hour or so you can about dries. This stuff takes, I think it says 12 hours on the can. Oh, there's our ammo box for Memphis Monday 199, made from 3/4 inch marine plywood, box joints, 1/2 inch box joints all the way around, heavy duty hardware, heavy duty hinges, opens up from the end. Over the next couple of weeks I'll sand her down some more and put some more finish on it, but overall I'm pretty satisfied. I think it's a utility item, and so it's not meant to be pretty, but I think it is kind of good looking in a utilitarian way. Well, that does it for another Memphis Monday 199. Today we made a little ammunition box, 3/4 inch plywood, marine plywood, 1/2 inch box joints. Got some heavy duty draw, pull, and handle and hinges. I think my buddy's going to get some pretty good use out of it. Make sure you like, favorite, comment, and all the stuff you do on the internet. Most important, make sure you're back here next week for Memphis Monday 200. Next week, 200. So you got to be excited for that. But in any case, thanks for playing along.